good morning, and good afternoon all. Welcome to Unlocking the K-Wave with Korea Product Post. It is a leading digital media publication dedicated to bringing you the best of Korean products in form of news, reviews, and insights on a variety of Korean products. We cover everything from beauty to fashion to technology and even lifestyle. In today's event, we will discuss how Korean products and treatments are transforming skincare landscape in India and across the world. And for that, we welcome Reshbha Munjal, CEO and founder of KorinMi, India's first Korean skin clinic. So, without further ado, let's invite Reshbha, and so that we can learn more about how these skin treatments, specifically Korean skin treatments, are impacting the Indian beauty landscape. And just a quick note for our audience, if you have any questions, you can just type it in the chat and we'll take it up in the end. So, Reshma, can you tell us a bit more about yourself and what inspired you to launching KorinMi as India's first professional Korean skin clinic?
So thank you for having me. Hi everyone, Anasuyo. Good morning. Um, Actually, I think when we looked at the Indian market, I was very inspired, and as you said, I saw a lot of Korean products already there, and I felt there was a huge need, not just for Korean beauty products, but for professional Korean skincare. And so, 2.5 years ago, I started looking for professional Korean skincare and how we could really bring this to India. Um, and till then, there was nobody doing this. And I knew that if we had to do it, we needed someone authentic who understands professional Korean skincare. And that's how I found my co founder. She is a Korean and from Seoul. She's been working in the professional beauty space in Seoul for more than 15 years. And with me, she's started on our joint mission to bring professional Korean skincare to India so that we now have the glass skin treatments for the Indian market today.
So, are these glass skin treatments different from what you would have in Korea, or are they following the similar things that they do in Korea? Or, what I
So,
mean is to
so
ask
in
is how is Indian skin different from the Korean one in terms of products?
So, of course, Indian skin and Korean skin is very different, right? Which is why we have launched KorinMi. So, Mi means beauty in Korean, as many of you would know, and KorinMi means Korean beauty for India. So, we are doing a lot of the glass skin treatments that you would see around Gangnam or in various parts of Seoul in different clinics. However, we have customized the products a bit so that they suit Indian skin. Also, we realize Indian skin, there are a few major issues that are there. So, acne is one of the biggest issues in the Indian skin. Pigmentation is another big issue in the Indian skin. So, we have a lot of treatments that are there which solve for both acne and for we solve for both acne and for pigmentation. That's how we do it.
Okay. And I think I saw a post on LinkedIn that it has been almost 100 days since your launch. So, how has been the Indian customer feedback about the Korean skin treatment?
I think we've seen some great results, right? We are seeing Indians are very interested in the Korean
Yes.
skincare itself. And so were actually thinking that nobody might turn up at our clinic for the first 100 days, but that's not been the case. A lot of people have just walked in the moment they've heard about us. The second thing that we've seen is each treatment that we are doing, we see clear before and after for every treatment. So there is a clear impact that is happening. We
Mm.
take a before photo and we take an after photo, and the customer definitely feels that the treatment is working on their skin. So we've definitely seen some positive response. We've even got some influencers like Mona Khanna, Damini Pasi, etc., who have been
Mm.
coming and doing their treatments and now are regularly doing treatments, not just for free as an influencer would do, but they
Influence.
are paying for their
Okay.
treatments and doing it. And we're also seeing a lot of media houses, especially in the lifestyle and beauty space, getting
Mm.
very interested in coming and trying our treatments.
So you have catered them specifically to what the consumers are demanding, or you have carried forward whatever the trending skincare treatments are in Korea to India. Like glass skin is one
That-
of them, and I think right now world is crazy about glass skin, not just India. So,
So that's a
or
great
is this
question. I think we are actually bringing some of the Korean trends to India. So glass skin is definitely one such trend. The second thing that we are doing is we know that the Korean head spa is very viral in Korea. You would have might have seen
yes,
some of it on Instagram, on the Korean Instagram, the 15 step
yeah,
Korean head spa. So we've brought that to India. So that's something different from Korea and India, is that we are doing both skin and hair treatments under one roof. In Korea, typically skin
there too.
treatments is done separately and hair is done separately. So we have
Yes,
amalgamated the two and we're bringing both. So we are bringing the Korean trends, but we are definitely adapting for the Indian market, knowing that in India, people would want to do both skin and hair in the same place.
same. Not going to different places for different things. I was also reading about this
Absolutely.
Korean glass hair treatment also is mimicking the glass skin. They're doing glass hair also.
Yes, and we are
That's
seeing that
that's
we get a lot of people. We did an event last week and we got a lot of people who are keen to do something for their scalp and hair, especially in the age group of 35 to 45, where they start seeing early signs of hair loss,
hair.
etc. So they are
Yes.
very, very keen to solve for that.
So I also saw that you have some exclusive technologies like Xylift and Luminex, which are being offered at your clinics. Can you elaborate more on what are those and
Sure. So again, right? So we see that there are a lot of trending technologies in Korea.
Mhm.
We pick and chose what are the relevant technologies for India. So the first one that we chose was Xylift. Um, this is basically it's a version of HIFU that is actually being used by the BTS themselves in Seoul.
Mhm.
And that's how we got to know. So it has some great results. It helps you with double chin removal, with lifting your
Mhm.
face, removing the eye line, face sculpting, and all of that. That's the first thing that we're doing. The second is Luminex, which is basically a painless laser treatment. Even in Korea, there are many laser technologies, and I have personally tried some of them. Some of them are very painful.
Okay.
This is completely painless, and you don't feel it because
Mhm.
it's very micro needles. The laser is a micro laser, and it literally does not pain, and it helps with pigmentation, acne, scars, removal of tattoos, etc. The interesting part is the Luminex technology can be used by is unisex. So we see both male customers and female customers using it, and it's really impacting their skin well.
I'm guessing the other one, the Xylift, would be more female driven, at least in India, because I don't think men
Yes.
would
Xylift is more female driven. Yes.
accept that they want to do it and go to clinic for that. So,
Yes.
for these treatments, how do you source the Korean beauty products? Uh, do you have the products as they are commercially available from the big name brands, or you have exclusive KorinMi products?
So we have a big mix of both. For the hair spa, etc., we use Korean brands that are there, and
Mhm.
we are bringing those to India. For the skin treatments, we have some tie-ups with a couple of Korean brands, and we use some of their products. And now we're also starting to retail some of our own legacy formulations that are not there and in the
Mhm.
KorenMi brand name. So it's a mix of all three.
So, the products that you are selling would have some formulations different from what you would get in a Korean, the conventional Korean product, or is it the same? Is it a similar? As in, is it modified to the Indian skin and so, or
Absolutely.
okay,
It's absolutely modified for the Indian skin. To give you an example, so right now
Mhm.
in Korea, I think it's about in Seoul, it's about maybe -10, -20 degrees, right?
Yeah.
And the maximum temperature seen in Seoul is never beyond really 30, 35.
Mhm.
So any sunscreen, etc., that is created as a Korean sunscreen has always been created with a temperature of 30-35 degrees. And we realized this that when we created our formulation and we brought it to India, it split in the summers when we were testing it. So, and that's not just that will be the case for any Korean product because it does not
Mm.
sustain 50 degrees. So we've gone
Yeah.
back and changed the entire formulation so that all our products are heat stable at 50 degrees Celsius, which is not the case for other Korean products being
Mm.
imported into India.
That's very interesting now because generally people are just buying Korean products which are available through Amazon or other e-commerce websites and not realizing that they won't hold up to the extreme weathers we have in India.
Yes,
Sorry for the background noise if you can hear, but
no worries.
how do you ensure that the Korean meat treatments are keeping up with the changing innovations in Seoul? Because I think every few months there's something new in Korea which is trending in beauty space.
That's a challenge that we face, right? How much to keep innovating and how much to keep bringing. But I think we want to stay on trend. We don't
Mm.
want to this thing. So our attempt is every 4 to 6 months we go to Korea and see what's available in Korea and is it relevant for India and in what form we can bring it for India. I can tell you the treatments we are currently doing are absolutely the right treatments that are currently trending in Korea. So we
Mm.
even now have Dr. Dipali Bhardwaj on our board. So we are doing the latest Botox and fillers that are trending in Korean skin clinics in Korea. Also, this is a very small trend in India, and we see very few people interested in it. But we have got it because it is a trend that people are asking for.
Okay. So right now it's mostly non-surgical, right? Are you planning
Yes,
to
so I would
introduce
90,
surgical?
80%, yeah, 80% of our treatments are non-invasive, 20% are invasive. We have currently stayed away from plastic surgery.
Yeah.
We may start plastic surgery tourism in case Korean tourism, in case we start seeing people asking for that soon.
Yeah, because in Seoul it's like you can find it's like you find salons in India in every nook and corner. Plastic surgery clinics are everywhere in Seoul, and people get it done just like that. You just
Absolutely.
go out, get it done, come back to office, and things like that.
Yeah.
So, to go in a very broad direction, how do you think the Korean beauty culture has influenced Indian beauty market?
I think it's influenced it a lot, starting with a lot of the Korean dramas that are there. I think people today understand the word glass skin so easily, um, which is not an Indian term. Glass skin has been a Korean term and it continues. And the way it's penetrating in India and it's synonymous for flawless, clear skin. That shows how Korean beauty has been impacting Indian beauty, really, right? What we do see is a lot of people are very keen to have that Korean glass skin. My own founder, she also emulates that skin herself. So that's something that people are wanting to do. Of course, people understand that the Indian skin color and the Korean skin color is different. So they obviously don't want that, but they do want the shiny and the glass effect that the Korean glass skin has.
And how is KorinMi bridging the gap between Korean beauty traditions and the in traditional Indian beauty standards and Indian approach to skincare?
I think everyone who comes is very worried that will the Korean product suit Indian skin, right? That is the
Yes.
major thing. People understand Korean beauty ideals or rituals are very different from the Indian rituals. So Korean, there is a 10-step routine which is
Mm.
done typically in Korea. In India, even doing a 3-step CTM of cleanse, tone, moisturize seems to be a big deal. And I would say not more than half of knowledgeable people also do that routine.
I think
So
that half would be also very high number.
yeah, it's a very, very small number, right?
Yeah.
Who are actually doing this, even the CTM. So I think slowly and steadily, what we are also trying to do is how to simplify and modify those Korean routines for the Indians to make it seem, yes, it's something that you can do. Because otherwise, it will become something which is too um, unachievable that people say, it's too idealistic. I don't want to do it.
And you have significantly seeing the differences between before and after would definitely make consumers feel more accepting towards that. Yes, this might work. I should also go and try something like this. So
Absolutely. I think that's the whole reason we do it, right? Because everyone's
yeah.
wondering what is it. And it's not just the before after that we do at the clinic, but people definitely see an after effect even a few days after going, or a week after going, or 10 days after going, depending on the treatment that they're doing. And that's the reason they want to come back. And we've seen, I mean, the loyalty is very high. It's so much so that I see it can become as close to it being an addiction, if not more. Once you see a difference in your skin, you want
Yeah.
to come back. When you go for
Yes.
a facial, if you don't see a difference, you don't want to do it again. You're like, yeah, it
Correct.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? It just gave me an
Is
instant good
saying,
feel good.
yeah, that took too much of my time, and again by the next day I'm same. Nothing's changed. So why put in so much
Yes.
effort also? Yeah, that's true. So what lessons from Korean beauty industry can Indian brands you adapt to grow and continuously innovate? Because I think in Indian market we see we are stuck in the traditional conventional beauty standards and treatments. So what would be your
I think the one thing that
thoughts on
amazes me about Korean beauty is the fact that they are constantly innovating, right?
yeah.
And that's why I honestly say that Korean beauty is now way ahead of even many French beauty or European beauty brands,
Mm,
because they have not got complacent with what is there.
yeah.
And so back in the day, yes, French beauty, European beauty would have been known as the best. But Koreans constantly are innovating. As we speak, they're talking about exosomes and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And some of it, as Indians, like we can't accept human exosomes, right? And it will never be allowed by our government. But
Mm,
I think the fact that Koreans are just trying to figure out day in, day out what is the best way to get a better skin. And everything they do is not just from a look and feel perspective, it's not just packaging.
mm,
It's actually they are looking at what is happening. Does it improve the skin? Does it improve the skin texture? Does it improve the skin quality? Does it improve the the pigmentation? What does it do? I think that's something that Indian beauty definitely can learn, because otherwise you have always heard Ayurveda being something that
yeah.
is good for your skin, you should do it and whatever. But if you ever talk to anyone, there are no clinical results for Ayurveda.
Yeah.
And it really differs. And that's something which is very different in Korea.
Mm,
Anything and everything they do, there are clear clinical results. I mean, even if it's a cosmetic, it doesn't need to be a
mm.
pharmaceutical grade product.
Everything is science backed, not word of mouth. That elders have said
Yeah,
this is good, so you keep on doing this.
yeah. It's not just hearsay. There's proven science behind it.
So, would you want to share anything else from your side? And just one more question. Has it been working with the Korean co-founder?
I think it's been great. Genovia and I have been working with each other now for almost 2 years. We've met about 2 years
Mhm,
ago, and we started on this joint vision of working together.
mhm,
Unfortunately, we have a customer right now, so she couldn't join this call. Um, but I think we realized that there are a lot of cultural similarities also between Korea and India, where
mhm,
we both cultures have a lot of respect, love. There is a lot of tradition. There is a lot of respect for elders and all of that, which is
mm,
there. Apart from having similar working cultures,
mm,
where both Koreans and Indians are very, very hardworking. Both of them are very result driven, and
mm,
both want to achieve success, and are hungry for success. So I think in many ways it has been easy to work with her. And we've become really good friends. And as I tell everyone, she is my best friend at work.
That it's the best when you have working with such people and you're
Yes,
comfortable and
absolutely.
thoughts match ideas. Anything else we would like to add from your side?
Nothing from my
Anything?
end. I would just invite if anyone is in Gurgaon, which is
Mhm.
in Delhi NCR, please do come visit our flagship clinic. We are in Worldmark Sector 65, Gurgaon, and would be happy to show you. We first do a 3D skin analysis, which is again something very different done in versus any other Indian
Mhm.
clinic, where we do a complete 3D skin analysis. We've got that technology from Korea. And basis that, by science, we advise you what is the right treatment that you should be doing for your skin. We don't advise you the most expensive treatment
Mhm.
or the cheapest treatment. We advise you the treatment that is recommended for your skin. So definitely come in and try that experience. We've seen a lot of people have feel getting that experience and finding it a very eye-opening experience, including dermatologists, etc.,
Okay.
who find it very interesting that this technology exists.
That's so. Is this 3D scanning different from what you would get in an app, right? Because app would have very basic results and data set to give. I've seen some apps now, they're saying that you scan your face and you can get to know what to do and all. Yours would
So
be more
of course, I mean, when you take a photo on an app and you
mm,
upload it, there's very limited that you could learn about
info.
your face about it, right? This is a very high tech photo analysis that is done,
Mm,
and it doesn't just scan at the epidermis or at the skin level, but it goes till your dermis level,
deeper.
which is your
Ah,
inside level, deeper level, and tells you what's the problem.
mm,
So even if you may not have acne on your skin, you may realize that you
on the
have acne
surface.
within your skin, or you may realize your skin is oily on your
Mm,
at the skin level, but actually in your inside skin is very very dry, your dermis is very dry. So such eye opening revelations do happen when you are doing that.
very interesting. I would definitely like to drop by whenever I'm there in Gurgaon. But
Most welcome, most welcome.
yeah. So, do we have any questions? I don't think so. Everyone is very clear. No questions right now. So, I guess we can wrap it up.
Awesome, thank you.
So, thank you for attending the event hosted by Korea Product Post. And I hope all of you found it informative and engaging. And and most of all, thank you, Reshbha, for joining us and sharing your insights.
Thank you.
Have
Do
a
share
great
the
day.
coverage with me.
Definitely, will do. Thank you.